Hello guys, gals, and gender non-binary pals. My name is Lawrence. I go by Lala. I use he, him, his, they, them, theirs pronouns. We're going to be playing Caves of Qud today. Caves of Qud is a roguelike science fiction game that bases a lot of its mechanics on randomly generated numbers. So a whole lot of the world is randomly generated, a lot of the NPCs are, a lot of the items that you can encounter are at least based partially on randomly generated aspects. Here we're going to choose whether to become a mutated human or a true kin. So a mutated human will obviously have mutations. These can be physical or mental. They can give you extra abilities or extra limbs or extra heads or, the ability to spit slime. The true kin get cybernetics. They start with higher attributes overall in the beginning, but you have less selection over what type of cybernetics you start out with. Cybernetics work a little bit like mutations, except that you can equip and unequip them, and you have to find them in the world, is the thing. Mutants, when they level up, they get points that you can use to manifest new mutations. Personally, I like mutated humans. They are a little bit more challenging in the beginning, but I feel like you can build more specifically when you choose to start out as a mutant. This is the attributes screen. So we have points that we need to allocate between these attributes. I like to start off at least on a baseline of 0 for all of these. That might be wrong, don't at me. I really haven't played this game a whole lot, but this has worked out for me. I usually build ranged characters when I play video games, so I think it'd be interesting to start with a melee-based one this time around. Probably going to be in strength, agility, and toughness. That just sounds like it makes sense. Yeah, these are pretty self-explanatory. Strength is, how much damage you do with melee attacks. It also determines penetration.
Complete the noble penetration.
Agility not only determines your ability to dodge attacks, but it also determines your accuracy with melee and ranged weapons. So it's really important for both a ranged and a melee class. And we've got 2 points remaining. If I were going to choose one, I'd probably put it in agility. It's just a really important attribute, I think. Morphotypes we're going to be ignoring this time around because I'm not building anything too specific. So this is the screen where you get to choose your physical and mental mutations as well as your defects. You are only allowed to take one defect. It's basically a handicap that you volunteer to have, but it allows you extra points to put into your more beneficial mutations. I think it'd be interesting to start out with multiple arms, especially as a melee class, because that means you get to hold twice as many weapons in those arms. You get an 8% chance for each extra arm to deliver an additional melee attack. I think since our agility is pretty high, it means we can attack pretty quickly as well. So probably adrenal control. It gives us +5 quickness at base, and I can ratchet it up with a chance to exhaust myself if I decide to want to basically go into overdrive. At this point, I like to think about, how do I get out of a bad situation? I think Force Wall has done me pretty good. Force Wall allows you to generate a wall of force that protects you from your enemies, and you may fire missile weapons through the force field. So I think it would let me make a literal wall between me and the trouble enemy, and I can still send off a couple of pot shots while I retreat. So we only have 1 point remaining. At this point, I would think about taking a mental or physical defect to hopefully get something better than a 1 point mutation. Socially repugnant doesn't sound so bad. I've lived a lot of my life socially repugnant. And look how I turned out. Now we have 3 points. I forgot about night vision. Night vision's probably an important one. There's day and night cycles in this game, and in low light, you'll have to use something for illumination unless you take night vision. And it's only worth 1 point, so it's easy to put in. I think clairvoyance is a good one for 2 points. You briefly gain vision of a nearby area, so you can target an area and look into it. Now we choose our calling. Calling is basically like a job or a class. They each come with some benefits and some skills built in. I think the Marauder is probably the most relevant one, since we have 4 arms and the axe and dismember skill. This will give us a higher chance to dismember because it'll count for every arm that we have. It'll give it a chance to dismember if it attacks. That and the butchery. The butchery seems fun. So this is an overview of what we got. We have a mutated human marauder with adrenal control, multiple arms, night vision, clairvoyance, force wall, and is socially repugnant. Pretty much the rude guys at the gym. Always trying to get me on the keto diet. Since I'm not super confident about this build, we'll start in Joppa. It's recommended for new players, and it typically has a few more things to help you out in the early game. What is your name? You embark for the caves of Cud. On the 14th of Niven Ut, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa, along the far rim of the Mogra Yi, the Great Salt Desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend a grove of viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock, salt, and brine stock. On the horizon, Cud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribboned sky. So here we are in Joppa. This guy right here is my man Mehmet. Years of the desert have taken their toll on his body, but he commands your ear with his voice like few other men, and you wonder what sovereignty he might have come to were he not born a moisture farmer. Live and drink, friend. May you find shade in Joppa. What can you tell me about Joppa? You would be wise to speak with Elder Iridad. Look for his hut to the north. I am in search of work. Some critters are eating water vine. Farouk claims he saw one slinking around a vine patch. Ugly little thing, he says. Pale white, 8 legs, an ear splitting wine. I noticed a bit of red dirt in the water vine pool. The same we find in the soil at a nearby cave to the north we call Red Rock. Travel to Red Rock and kill as many of these critters as you can. Bring back the corpse of one too. Elder Iridad will reward your efforts. I will do as you ask. Wish it were that easy finding a job right now. Elder Iridad. Live and drink, wayfarer. Welcome to the oasis of Joppa. Here you will find shade and victual, along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust caves for treasure. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. What can you tell me about Joppa? Joppa is an oasis hamlet nestled between the eastern reaches of the Great Salt Pans and the jungles of Cud. We are a community of water vine farmers. These groves lie along some of the few tracts of land tame enough to grow water vine. What can you tell me about Cud? Cud is a strange and terrifying mesa to the northeast. Her tainted rivers breathe life in all its motley forms. Her poisoned jungles shelter priceless relics of a forgotten past. But that is just the half of it, for Cud's most precious treasures and her most hideous children lie within the innumerable chrome caverns beneath the scarlet loam. To ply those silver hollows, a spry adventurer's dream. The years have wizened me beyond such foolish ambitions, but you, be not deterred so. Thanks, Elder. Live and drink. Wish I had that much support from my parents. Apple mats. You eat the meal. You start to metabolize the meal, gaining the following effect for the rest of the day. Plus 10% natural healing rate, you thirst at half the rate. I think apple mats is the signature food of Joppa. I always wondered what a mats was. What is an apple mats? I know that there's matzos, which are a Jewish flatbread, so maybe it's like a apple flatbread thing. Zealot of the 6-day still. Wanderer, orphan of the salt, hear me. To the north and the west, through the great salt desert, the 6-day stilt splits the earth in two. Seek there the grandeur of Shekinah, first among fathers. Release yourself from the burden that Chrome bears on your sickly flesh. Go now. What waits for me there? Deliverance waits for all pilgrims. At the site you will find the cathedral, magnificent in its splendor. There are statues erected in honor of the Argent Fathers. There are sublime reliefs depicting our most cherished occasions. Here, too, the wisdom of Eskilstat II, our highest priest. You make a donation at the sacred well. Worship at the light sculpture of Shekinah himself. You will find other pilgrims among the merchant tents at the Stilt Grounds Bazaar. Other converts and priests, you will be among friends. You waste precious spit on your stilts. Leave me be. Very well. I will make the journey and see the 6-day stilt for myself. And there's my quest. Sounds interesting. There's a bazaar up there, it sounds like. Warden Ulreg. Ain't they wishin' the heart keep pumpin', move long if they do. Alright. Let's do the water ritual. Your thirst is mine, my water is yours. You share your water with Warden Ulreg and begin the water ritual. Alright, it looks like it's changed my reputation with the villagers of Joppa, worse with the villagers of Kawar, and better with the villagers of Kwashan. Alright. Seems like the water ritual is just where you kind of share a sip of water between the two of you. And it makes people hundreds and thousands of miles away like you or dislike you more. This guy, Tam, Dromad Merchant. I think he's here to give me a makeover. Welcome, friend. What do you desire? Who are you? It is a pleasure, friend. I am Tam. Do you live here? Joppa is my home, yes. Once I walked the Mogri like so many of my brethren, but upon meeting Elder Irodad, knew at once to settle down here. You will understand, friend, if you speak to him. What kind of creature are you? I am a Dromad friend, a salt strider. My people have walked the salt for thousands of years, meeting every creature that lives and thinks. You will not find better, more resourceful traders in all of Cud than we. Let me see, what can drink? So he says a trader, so let's trade. Looks like I've got $31. 31 drams of water. That is the currency in Cud, is water. And a dram, so I looked this up. A dram is like a sip of water. It's about as much water as you can fill in a straw. I know that's a really weird unit of measurement, but so is a king's foot, so... Doesn't look like he has anything here that I can afford, because I'm socially repugnant. And I'm on my own. Kitty! Catesiphus meows. You start to glow. Alright. Catesiphus. One star-ribboned night, a ray cat crossed the marshy loam and wandered into Joppa. The water vine farmers, wakened by the joyful cries of a small girl, gathered around to revel at the favorable omen and extol the generosity of the beetle moon. Since then, Catesiphus has spent his days curled under the shade of grindstock huts and sauntering over dirt paths. So long as he's approached with care, he welcomes the hands of friends and strangers alike. Wow, a good omen. Elder Iridad. A hunched-back ancient wrapped in a black robe. His smile is warm. Protruding from his back is a stalk hidden under a veil. The stalk forks into two hands with eyes on their palms, and immediately you know why men follow Iridad. There's a sign over here. The sign says go away, which in video games means come on in. Tensile strength of red blonde, but lacking in dino elasticity, retro-threading the M band would probably... Oh, I didn't notice you there. That's because I was ignoring you. Nothing a trace yield of synthetic linseed solvent. Unexpected deviation from the Clank constant. Must you disturb me? What are you, some sort of treasure hunter? At the very least, make yourself useful and bring me a knick-knack from one of the caves. I may reward you. Where can I find such a cave? There are caves everywhere, you dolt. This is Cud. Try the Rust Wells, just east of here. I will return with your knick-knack. I should have been sending job applications to Cud. Damn. Alright, so we've got a couple of quests. We can travel to Red Rock, find those critters. We can make a pilgrimage to the 6-day stilt, or get Argive a knick-knack. Well, why don't we travel to Red Rock first? The glow dims into instant. Oh, I think I've stopped glowing. I think the cat made me glow. Here we go. We're in Red Rock. I've gained 50 experience. Oh. You take 2 damage from the hulking baboon small stone. It's a baboon.
Hey, whoever threw that paper, your mom died?
I think it saw it come from there. There he is. I'm gonna back up. But, oh my gosh. Ah! Oh crap. I think I have some abilities here. Yes. Okay. Let's go for the dismember. Dismembered. I chopped off the baboon's left hand. The baboon begins bleeding. Excellent. And he's dead. 25 experience. Oh god. Oh, I'm still getting hit by stones. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's a hulking baboon. Hulking baboon. From atop her sunning boulder, the small monkey peers at you with eyes full of curiosity. 2 puffs of gray fur billow out from either side of her face. I'm gonna move away from the baboon. See if I can heal a little bit. Ah! Oh god, another baboon. No. Ow. I got bit. Okay. I'm okay. I've got my health back. Let's see if we can get at him from a different angle. Oh, another one. A shrewd baboon. See if I can hide behind this tree and have him come to me. There he is. Dismember. Yes. It worked. Yeah, my dismember is not going to come back in time to save me from this. I dismembered it again. It's wounded. He's badly wounded. Dead. I did it. 50 experience. And the baboon's left hand. And his face. Apparently. Yes. I am hungry. If I ate this... If I ate the bloody shrewd baboon's face. I'm going to eat it. Oh, I'm not hungry enough to bring myself. Let's perish the thought. Oh, another baboon. Goddamn baboons. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Oh god. Oh, there's more stones. More stones coming from a baboon. There's so many angry baboons out here. What did I do? Alright, so here's the stairs down. I can press auto explore and it basically makes my character... Oh, there's something. It makes my character explore around until they bump into something hostile. It seems I severed this baboon's left arm. Excellent. See a baboon to the northeast. Oh, there he is. Hide, but there he is. Level 2. It's allocator points. Got 1 mutation point, 74 skill points. Let's put this mutation point into arms. I did mention that it was important that we get a higher chance to deliver extra attacks with our extra arms. So by leveling it up, it changes from 10% chance to 12% chance, which isn't significant right now, but with more points, it could be. Oh, another baboon. Alright, I've gone ahead and de-babooned the surrounding area. I'm gonna go down into Red Rock. Oh. Some pools of slime and a giant amoeba. A mass of quivering, gelatinous slime. You barely perceive the outline of something inside. Okay. And a snapjaw scavenger. Tussocks of fur, dressed skin stretched over taut muscle. Upright she stands, but she looks ready to drop onto 4s. Her snout snarls and her ears twitch. She barks, and her hyena tribesmen answer. It's not good. What if I head back up this? I'm gonna head back up the stairs and wait for them to come out. Up there. And I attempted to. I don't have any more dismember. 1, 2. Oh, geez, that hurt a lot. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, I'm going to die. Oh, geez. I have 2 HP left. Running for my life. Looks like the amoeba is slightly slower than I am. Go. Alright, I think I am going to... I think I'm going to charge. Charge attack. Alright, there goes the Snapjaw Scavenger. Now for the amoeba. Maybe I should try the adrenaline. I'm gonna more adrenaline. My adrenaline is flowing. And I will attempt to dismember the amoeba. You chop off the amoeba's pseudopod. What is a pseudopod? Either way, it's taking damage and bleeding. This is good. Attacking. Attacking. And it's dead. I've done it. And now back to Red Rock. Oh, I've fallen asleep. Oh, there we go. I think that was my adrenaline. Chameleon. Going to dismember it. I missed. Oh, shoot. I'll go back up the stairs and maybe I can do the same tactic. It's not following me. A chameleon. I've dismembered it. I've cut off its right hind foot. One damage with his bite. I hit for 2. It dies. I've done it. And I have his right hind foot as a trophy. So here I am auto-exploring again. It should stop me if I see anything. A Snapjaw shotgunner. That doesn't sound good, especially in a narrow hole like that. Wait, oh, there he is. Okay. You picked the wrong neighborhood to shotgun me. I've done it. Oh, I finished the step. Find a knick-knack. Oh, I've got a bloody weird artifact. Shotgun shells. A bronze dagger. I'll take that. And an iron mace. I'll take that. His left arm. I don't know what I would need with those body parts I have decapitated or dismembered off of their owners. I will, however, examine this artifact. A pump shotgun. Oh, it's a shotgun. My arm's empty? Yeah, my fists are empty, so might as well equip this dagger and equip this mace. Right, so I guess I can, that counts as a knick-knack for Argive. That's good. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. Centipede. A giant centipede. A python-sized arthropod undulates forward on hundreds of chittering legs. It's missing its right hind leg, and so it does not have use... Oh, I think I just cut that off. Alright. Level 3! Let's allocate some points. Looks like I can't advance arms yet. I think it's because I'm too low a level. In which case... Adrenal control? Let's see what the difference is. It gives me extra quickness and a less % chance per round to exhaust myself. That doesn't sound that great, actually. I'm mostly using it for burst or running away, so by the time I fall asleep, it shouldn't be an issue. So I might just save that mutation point. This is the skills and powers tree. So it shows that I already have axe proficiency, which I got from choosing to be a marauder. Would I like to take cooking and gathering? It sounds like a useless skill, I know, but the meal preparation allows you to choose the ingredients you use when you camp, and that allows you to have some temporary boosts to your stats depending on the food you choose after you've eaten them. So it's pretty pivotal in the early game because you'll get killed by increments of, I only have 26 HP, so 1 or 2 HP here or there is pretty important. So if I could have some resistances or some buffs that help me survive, I think that's worth the 100 skill points. Just clearing out some snapjaws here. A beetle bum. Beetle bum. Orbicular beetle that roams and ingests. Me too. So I'm going to use my charge attack to oh, I slipped on the slime. Dang it. You're lucky. I've dismembered. I cut his feet. I cut off his feet. And there on the ground, the Snapjaw Hunter's feet. What if I used it to cook? What if I took it and cooked? Okay, so I'm gonna make a campfire right here. And when I cook, I can choose the ingredients to cook with. So I've got some bear jerky on me and the Snapjaw Hunter's feet. It'll be feet and jerky. Rummaging over your surroundings, you find these ingredients. Some bear jerky, a Snapjaw Hunter's feet, and a smidgen of curious seeds. I eat the meal. 11% max HP. See, that's huge, you know? For 20... Yeah, I've got from 22 to 29 HP. That's great. Especially at this low a level. I think cooking and meal preparation is underrated. I'm slipping on slime. Oh, some arrows passing by. Let me map my abilities so that I don't have to keep going to this menu. Alright, so I've mapped my abilities to hotkeys. It'll probably take me a little bit to remember the hotkeys, but it should be easier now. I don't have to go into the menu, so... Okay, he's an archer, so he's ranged. I'm going to use charge to try and close the gap again. I hope I don't slip. I slipped. Dismember it is. Alright. There's a lot of slime in here. Oh, 2 more snapshots. Okay. I'm going to lure them through this tunnel so I don't have to deal with them both at the same time. More experience. Iron dagger. I'll take the iron dagger. I might equip it actually. For free. And yes. I don't need the lit torch because I have taken the night vision as a mutation. I'll probably... What am I currently wearing? I'm currently wearing some furs. Let me look at my furs. So it gives me 2 armor. That blue diamond means it gives me 2 armor value, and then that kind of outline circle is the dodge value, which is -1. A huge pile of stinking lice-infested animal hide. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing that. Maybe I will take the leather armor. Let's equip that instead of the fur. I don't think I'm wearing anything on my head, so... This is the part of the game where we start just wearing anything that we find. I bet I look like a damn crazy person. A 4-armed, lice, hairy, smelly, axe-wielding maniac. Alright. I'm going to head to the stairway down. Okay. There's an archer there. I'm going to close the gap with a charge and attempt to dismember. Yep. I've cleaved the life from it, in fact. Okay. The amoeba died, but it has made a huge puddle of slime. A couple of snapjaws are coming in. But I have dismembered them with great skill. Picked up a vine wafer. Ooh, an iron battle axe. I think this is better than my current... Yeah, bronze battle axe. Gonna replace that. Spider. There's the obligatory video game spider. Cave spider. Spindle-limbed, brown, and skittish. It spins a home anxiously. I'm just hanging out. I guess I'll charge the spiders. Only one way through there. It's dead. Killed it in cold blood. Iron lost. I guess I'll pick that up. Ooh, what the heck was that? A weird artifact exploded. A frozen snapjaw scavenger and a frozen bat. I wonder what happened. Why are they frozen? Okay. Oh. Well, now he's frozen and dead. Where the heck did that come from? Why were they frozen? A brute. Dismember. Yes. I've chopped off the brute's face. I've chopped off the brute's face. Alright. We're doing this. We're doing this. And therein lies the bloody snapjaw brute's face. A snapjaw brute's severed face. Adds HP-based effects to cooked meals. And +1 ego. Minus 500 reputation with snapjaws. I can understand that. I'd take it personally if somebody was wearing the face of my people. Charge. Dead. Bada bing, bada boom. So if you're wondering what reason I have for picking up certain items and not others, that's because next to the item here you can see that there's a faded out number. So this one is 120 followed by that pound symbol. That means, it means it weighs 120 pounds. So that's why I'm not going around collecting every snapjaw corpse out here. It's probably not worth 120 pounds of material. So it's good to have valuable materials that are light, or at least worth their weight. Because the trade item here is water, so water's very heavy, and it's not economical to be carrying around, drams and drams of water. Because at some point it's going to be too heavy and you'll have a maximum amount of water that you can carry. But if you're holding an incredibly valuable item like a jewel or something, it can be worth a lot more water than it is for its weight, which is an interesting mechanic, I think. You'll notice my tactic is to back up and kind of funnel them into a narrow corridor such that it only come at me one at a time. I'll replace the bronze dagger. Alright. I want to make sure that I have an axe in each hand eventually when I get enough money or find the items myself, so that I can have that much higher chance for dismembering. Because you can only dismember with the axe, I believe. So I've cleared out this cave, and I'm going to head down another level. Maybe I can find what is eating the water vine. Dismember you. And I've gained another level. Excellent. And I've gained a giant centipede's left hind leg. Even more excellent. Let's distribute our points. Nothing for mutations, I think, still. When I get to 4 points, I can buy a random mutation. It'll randomly generate me 3 mutations, and from those 3 I can pick 1. So I might save up for that. I've got 122 skill points. think the next one I like to take is wayfaring. Wayfaring just makes it kind of more likely that you will find, or the things in the wayfaring tree will just make it more likely that you'll find interesting things, points of interest, such as ruins or snapjaw forts or historical sites, things like that. And simply finding those, crocuses. Simply finding those gives you experience, so it's experience that doesn't have a whole lot of risk. A well-worn pair of leather boots, plus 100 reputation with unshelled reptiles. So like crocodiles, lizards. Am I wearing any? I didn't even come out here with shoes. I was completely barefoot this whole time. The giant centipede. Another one. Alright. Centipede gone. Giant spider. Obligation. Oh gosh, it's a lot of snapjaws. Snapjaw warlord. It looks like 2 warlords and 2 scavengers. I think that's gonna be a whole lot for me to handle. I think if I back up. And take them one-on-one. So they're gonna come down this hallway at me. The 2 warlords. Okay. And now they're in front of me. I'm going to attempt to dismember. Yes, I have dismembered them. Did I take off? I cut off the warlord's feet. I cut off her feet. Okay. So that means she's going to have a hard time chasing me, which is good. Going to attack. 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 Okay, she's bleeding. It's good. Bleeding. She's dead. Okay. I think I'm gonna throw on my force wall. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw up a force wall such that she can't. Oh gosh, she's still following me. Oh, she slipped through my force wall. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Ow. Oh, that hurt so much. Oh, he hit me with a weird artifact. Ow. That hurt. Ow. Ooh, that hurt so much. I'm gonna try and get out of here. Okay. Oh god. There they are. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna enter sprint mode. I'm sprinting. Ooh, bronze dagger. So bronze daggers are only 1 pound, and I think they're worth more than the equivalent 1 pound of water. Okay. Oh, there he comes. Get out of here. Oh jeez. Oh, he's still after me. Oh god. I'm trying to run. Oh god. Oh, he's still after me. Man, is he tenacious. Oh my god. I did just kill probably all of his friends and family. How's he looking? It's perfect. Great. Oh no, he's hot. Alright, I'm going to charge at him. I'm going to attempt to dismember. Alright, his mobility is impaired. And he's bleeding, so maybe he'll bleed out. He bled out! Alright! I did it! I got a weird artifact. What was he hitting me with? Let's see. It's a freezing iron mace. Oh, that's what he was that's what he was hitting me with. That was painful. Let's go back to Joppa now that we're on the surface and sell some of our stuff. Oh, I forgot I was socially repugnant. All of this is... I'm barely getting any money for this. He doesn't even want to pay me for the face. The bloody snapjaw brute's face. That's worth nothing to you? I slaved over a hot face to bring you this face. Alright, that really didn't give me any money. Looks like I'm on my own. I can, however, give the knick-knack to Argive. I think I'm... Let me remove that power cell out of there. I know it's a power cell because I've played this before, but because I'm stupid, I have low intelligence, I do not know what it is. So once I examine it, it tells me it's a lead acid cell with 4 grams of acid. So I'm going to give him the freezing iron mace. I'm in axes, so I don't really have a use for the mace. It appears you may be useful after all. Now go fetch me another trinket. Another one. Great, he wants another one. I guess I could give him just one of the... I kind of want to keep the shotgun. I'll give him the lead acid cell. Good. Quite impressive, treasure hunter. Maybe you're fit to poke around my workshop here. I've been wanting another apprentice. So unfortunate what happened to Scruff. What with the disembowelment and all. Take a seat there. Now let me explain. I'm on the cusp of a grand discovery. When I'm done assembling the weird wire conduit, you'll be able to speak to anyone from here to Caiaphas. First, though, I'm going to need some copper wire, as much as you can find, at least 200 feet. You should be able to scavenge enough from the rust wells and nearby caves. Oh. Is he basically making a telephone? As you say, I'll go fetch the wire. So, fun fact, Alexander Graham Bell, the person who is credited with inventing the telephone, didn't actually start out with the idea to make the telephone as we know it. He apparently started out trying to make an instrument for the hearing impaired. It was basically supposed to amplify hearing because I believe his mother or grandmother or something was hard of hearing, and he was trying to make life easier for her, but ended up making the early technologies that would lead him to being credited for making the telephone. Fun fact. I forgot to visit the cemetery north of Joppa, which I think I'll do while I'm here. There's always a shrine in the cemetery that will give you a location to a historical site. And if you remember what I said earlier, by visiting points of interest, you get experience. So it's easy, blood-free experience. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Yatafa II. While wandering around Shurquakesh, Yatafa II stumbled upon a clan of tortoises performing a secret ritual. Because of her transparent visage, they accepted her into their fold and taught her their secrets. Okay. And now I have the quest to go visit this place. And here's the cemetery. Here rests the body of Furoshwokus, accidentally ingested a Savagector. In memory of Yerumurakshwokus, succumbed to despair after losing Across Mograyi Volume 2 Athenreach. He lost a book and died. Here lies the body of Kashikas, burned to death by a quantum mote. That sounds painful. Rest in peace to you. Drank from a poison vial. That would do it. Rest in peace, Como Shrumir. Made too many mocking sounds at a cyclopean gibbon. Here lies the body of Nushwoshur, drowned in a lake by a water vine farmer. It says a water vine village. In memory of Kumishikat, buried alive by the Shining Seed of Robots sect. Oh. Buried alive here? Why didn't anybody help him? Her. Them. In loving memory of Mutep, succumbed to despair after losing a Masterwork Borderlands revolver. Here rests the body of Kimut, brained in retaliation for stealing from Luminous Brown Sludge sect. I see. Alright, back to Red Rock. You know, I am hungry. And there does just happen to be a giant centipede's left hind leg here that I had severed for such an occasion. Let's do it. Let's cook. Alright, I still have that bloody Snapjaw Brute's face, and since it's apparently worth nothing to the Dromad merchant, it might as well fill my belly. So I'm going to use a face and a hind leg. Gather whatever you can find for your meal. A Snapjaw Brute's face, a giant centipede's left hind leg, and a smidgen of curious seed spit, and a marvelous salt hopper wing. For all 9,000 taste buds. You start to metabolize the meal. You got 13% max HP. Great. 36 instead of 31. Alright. Wasn't anything too impressive. Some torches, not really useful. Ooh, a spider. I gained a level. Alright. Let's allocate. 3 mutation points, so next one I get, I should be able to buy a new random mutation. So the area that's next to me is the flower fields and the salt pans. I'm actually too stupid at this point to know about that. I only have 16 intelligence. I guess I'll buy the one for the marshes now, since I can afford it. And since I can comprehend it. Centipede. Snapjaws. Correction. No problem. No problem. Surrender your face, giant centipede. Oh god. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, that hurt. Am I on cooldown? Yes. Your face is mine. Oh, his leg is mine. Auto explore. Some more snapjaws. Oh, that's a lot of snapjaws. I'm gonna back up. Gonna lead with the good old dismember. I didn't penetrate. Oh, shucks. Let's see how well I do. I hit for 4. Misses me. Hits for 3 to bite me. Hit me with 3 again. I've dismembered him, good, and he's wounded. And he's bleeding. I'm gonna see if I can let him bleed out a little bit. Nice, he's badly wounded. Nice, he's bled out. Okay. He's bled out. And I've recovered a little bit more health. Going to round this corner. And have you all come down this corridor. And I will charge you. She's injured. Looks like she's injured. And let's see what I can do. I missed, and I didn't penetrate with my other arm. I hit for 2. She hit for 2. Alright, she's dead. And the last one. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. There's a brute. Let's see. I'm in range for charge. And dismember. I have taken off the Snapjaw brute's right arm. That's good. Oh shoot. I hit the wrong direction. Well, might as well. He's bleeding. Please stop bleeding. Dismember and charge are still on cooldown. Both injured. He's wounded. Cleaved through his armor. She bit me. He bit me. Oh, shoot. Oh, that bite really hurt. I think he's bleeding, though. Oh, no, he's not bleeding. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna go back up the stairs. Oh, this is down the stairs. I've made a grave miscalculation. Oh, no. I'm going to sprint. Oh, no. Force wall. Force wall. I'm gonna block you in here. Alright, I'm gonna block him in there. He died. Alright, he died from the jilted lover that was right there on the stairs. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was a straight up gamer moment right there. I did it. I'm alive. The jilted lover is dead. Oh, that means the jilted lover got experience for that. Yeah. Foreskin gloves. I think I'm not. Yeah, my upper hands are bare. Ah, seed spitting flame. So I'm gonna close the gap with my charge. Oh, find the critters. I found the that guy. That guy right there. That's a Gershling. Black ooze drips from its fangs to its pallid leg things. It shudders in primordial ecstasy and lets out a shrill whine that pierces your skull. They did mention the shrill whine. Well, I don't really know how I match up to it. It says it's average difficulty. I'm gonna back up so that the seed spitting vine doesn't get any pot shots at me. And wait for the Gershling to approach, I guess. Alright. Head back up the stairs. There's the Gershling. I'm going to attempt to dismember. Alright, I have chopped off the Gershling's right hind leg. So now it's slow and bleeding. I'm going to... Oh, it's still pretty fast. Yeah, it's still pretty fast. It is bleeding out, though. Let's assist that. I missed. It clawed me. And it's dead. I've done it. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to bring this corpse back. It's 30 pounds. Pallid leg things twitch with zooetic insistence. Alright. I'm gonna get... Alright, I did it. I had to do it. I had to do it to him. All I've ever known. Doing it to him. Hastily get out of here. I think it was getting He was beginning to get out of my league with that Gershling. And back to the Joppa. I think I'm supposed to give the corpse to Ilrodad. Live and drink, Wayfarer. Welcome to the Oasis of Joppa. I return from Red Rock with the corpse of a pale spiderling elder. Would you examine it? Moon and sun, can it be? My grandfather and his grandfather, This is a Gershling. What is a Gershling? An infernal creature of plague, but not for a millennium has... Why now? You see, Wayfarer, 1,000 years ago, in the last days of the Sultanate, a series of 7 plagues called the Gyre spread through and out of Cud. There were a long stewing punishment for some trespass committed in the soft sludge of Primordium before even the Sultans reigned. So, I think when we looked at that statue of Reshef, it mentioned that after the Gyre, he trained Abram to sow the water vine, I believe. A scourge of Gershlings was one of these plagues, but Reshef lifted the curse. He cast off his crown and unmade the Sultanate. It makes no sense that the Gershlings would return to eat our crops, unless... What a dark tiding this is. So this is related to Reshef. There was a rabid black-robed figure with the Gershling. Was there? That was a glow white, no doubt. Those maniacal fools worship the Gersh Nephilim as gods. Gersh Nephilim? The 7th plague. Demon born on the moon stayer, quickened to life for the purpose of eating our young. Reshef cast them back before, but if they've returned... Your discovery is invaluable to us. We are but poor farmers, and sharpened our vine reapers is all I can do. Your discovery is invaluable to us, but we are poor farmers, and sharpened our vine reapers is all we can do. Your discovery is invaluable to us, but we are but poor farmers, and sharpen our vine reapers is all we can do. But there may be others outside of Joppa who can do more. Take these prickly boons as thanks. I will not soon forget your service to us. Please leave now to muse on this. Live and drink, Elder. Receive Uber Nostrum Injector, Weird Artifact, Salve Injector, Salve Injector, Salve Injector. Oh, that's what he means by prickly. They're all injectors. It's a weird artifact. And Joppa likes me. Alright. I did it. Let's have an apple mats to celebrate. Alright, gamers. That was what I would consider a successful run. I've done the Red Rock quest, and so I think we're strong enough now to go ahead and cross the Mogre to the 6-day stilt and check out the altar to Shekinah. So until then, I will see you when I see you. Thanks a lot for watching, and love and light to all of you. Please have a wonderful day. Stay safe, wear your masks, and I'll see you later.